gotta chop it anyway.
Cut! I mean, shoot!
Uncut, unfiltered.
Unnecessary.
Oh, it's Friday.
It is Friday. Thank fuck it's Friday. Thank you very much for listening. This is Two's Company.
I keep running over the cord.
This is Two's Company 3's a podcast.
Available on Podbean, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and YouTube. Big summer blowout.
All of a sudden. Okay.
We're so good at accents.
Right.
I mean, we need to start branching out. Like, do you have any original ideas where we can take this to Hollywood as like,
listen, all of our ideas are fallen on
Mitchell.
Dilbo and Mitchie.
Yes.
Welcome to Two's Company 3's a podcast. It's wonderful Friday. It's burning down here in Australia, but I'm sure it's wonderful where you are. Thanks for tuning in.
Unless you're in Australia where it's burning down.
Where it's currently burning down. Save the koalas. Hashtags are below. No, they're not.
Why would you say that? Why would you falsely advertise things? Well, whether it was a terrible movie or an episode of The Big Bang Theory, it doesn't matter because it's time for 2C3 Pod. Richard Petty's race car. Alright, getting back into the swing of things with a bit of trivia.
Get back into the swing of things with a bit of trivia.
Yeah. Which actor was originally cast to play the American Psycho in American Psycho?
I haven't even seen that movie, so
I know. But it was Christian Bale. Think about the timeline. Who was big? Who was young? Who was hot?
Christian Bale.
Yeah. It was Leonardo DiCaprio, but whatever.
Okay.
Yeah.
As I said, I haven't seen that movie, so I don't know what year it came out, what decade it was, considering we're nearing the end of a decade as we speak.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, the world's coming to an end.
What was the biggest thing you did this decade in the 2010s?
I had 2 kids.
Yeah, like that's pretty fucking big.
I know.
Yeah.
Stop it. Why are you going to bring that up, man? I know.
Sorry to remind you.
No, yeah. What about you?
Started a podcast.
Oh, really? Cool.
Yeah.
You saved it until 2019. Well done.
Yeah.
Way to make the most of the decade. Oh, okay. We're going to get John Park. Yeah, that's right. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. It is the lightest and smallest trailer park we have ever done.
Thank you for coming to Two's Company 3's a podcast. It's Friday episode. Every now and then we talk about movies and TV shows and gaming on it's a podcast and stuff. My name is Dylan, as always, with my co-host
Mitchell, and today is our Friday episode, as we have already said 17 times.
I forgot that we didn't do our introductory thing.
No, that's right. I know you took the horn, and I was just running down the trailer park. But no, that's right. Of course, we are your favorite pop culture podcast. 2 episodes every week. 4 videos on YouTube every week.
Yeah.
Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. If you're listening on Apple Podcasts, hit that purple button, leave a review, just say they're shit or something, and 5 stars, and thank you very much.
Thank you very much, everybody who listens and watches.
That's right, but it's Trailer Park, where we review the freshest trailers of the week, as I say every week, and unfortunately this week there's only 3.
Yeah.
So, this is going to be interesting.
Yeah.
4. There's 4, actually.
There is 4 now, yes.
Because I forgot that the James Bond trailer dropped just yesterday.
Yes, it did. Yes, so James Bond 007 No Time to Die. Literally a 15-second teaser trailer for the full trailer coming on Wednesday.
Are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking... All right, never mind. All right, so the first trailer this week is one starring Jamie Foxx and Michael B. Jordan called Just Mercy.
Yes.
So, Jamie Foxx, Michael B. Jordan, and Brie Larson, not Olsen, lol, headlined this hard-hitting drama about an innocent man sentenced to death and his lawyer, family, and community fighting to set him free. With 2 Oscar winners in the main cast and the sensitive, dramatic, real story, this screams Oscar bait to me.
Yep.
Coming Christmas Day in the US for a limited release and then available everywhere January 10.
Every week for the past few weeks, there's been one on the list which has a completely, well, not completely, but majority African-American cast. Yeah, and telling the story of certain events that happened throughout American history.
Yes.
I watched this trailer literally 10 minutes to recording this episode. It looks really good.
It really does.
The cast looks really good. Now, Jamie Foxx obviously playing a falsely accused criminal. Essentially, he's being sentenced to death by, the what would you call it? The white justice system of America of that day and age. And Michael B. Jordan, who we've talked about in our Wednesday episode, who may or may not be Superman in the future, plays a lawyer who's defending him. And by the looks of the trailer, it's going to be a fairly hard-hitting family drama about not just the lawyer, but the family trying to back up the fact that Jamie Foxx's character didn't do what the white man is accusing him of murder or of whatever he did.
Yeah, I'm not sure exactly. They didn't go into specifics of what the crime was.
Yeah.
I assume it was murder. Like, I assume that there was some kind of break and enter into a house. It was just a African-American gentleman, and they just pinned it on him, because you can see in the trailer where Michael B. Jordan's sitting in the room with his entire family and says, so who was with, I can't remember Jamie Foxx's character, but he says, so who was with so-and-so on that morning? And like 8 of them raised their hands. Like, it's like, oh, shit. Okay, so he is clearly being pinned for this just because he's black.
Yeah, absolutely. So being falsely accused, we've seen movies like this before. One of my favorite films that follows a very similar sort of storyline to being falsely accused of certain things is The Hurricane. Have you seen that?
No.
That's a film based on a popular boxer from back in the day, starring Denzel Washington.
Yep.
Same kind of story where he actually went to prison for a very long time for something that he didn't do.
Okay.
Like Nelson Mandela and a whole bunch of other sort of people throughout Black history in America. So this is going to be telling another story of that. So I really think, on grand scheme of things, this is going to be a big summer blowout.
Yeah, my only concern is the fact that it's such a hard-hitting, like I said, Oscar bait drama almost, that's literally only coming to theaters for about a week.
Yeah.
And then it didn't say which service it was coming to. I'm sure with a quick Google we'd be able to find that out, but that's my only concern, is in the grand scheme of things being a big summer blowout.
Yeah.
But also, we've got to be careful with these Oscar bait movies as well, where there's always a couple every year where it seems like they are purely just going for an award.
Oh, yeah.
And they always miss the mark because they're too focused on, these two guys are stellar, but the story's not together.
Yeah.
And it's not a complete film, So that's my only concern here. But
one of my concerns is the fact that Brie Larson is in this film, and not the fact that she's in the film, but if you go to the IMDb page, the film's main characters is played by Michael B. Jordan and Jamie Foxx.
Yes.
On the IMDb list, 2 white actors, Brie Larson and Tim Blake Nelson, are at the top of the fucking list.
Yeah, but
this film is not for them.
No.
Put them lower down the list.
I will just say, though, on the mobile version, when I first saw this film, they are at the front.
Oh, so, good.
Yeah, no, I don't know why that happens every now and then, but don't take anything from that. The poster for the movie has them front and center. The trailer is purely focused on them. I think Brie Larson has one line in the trailer.
Yeah.
I don't think there's any other white people who have any lines. It's just Michael B. Jordan and Jamie Foxx. So I wouldn't take that as any kind of concern.
Yeah, I think this is going to be a great film. I like these kind of historical films based on these kinds of concepts. They're really fascinating to me, so I certainly will be watching this when it comes wherever I'll be able to get it.
No, that's right. And I feel like it will be a great film as well, but I'm also very sketchy on the fact that it could lack substance. It could lack story. It could lack soul, It seems like it's going to hit those marks. Definitely. The trailer perceives it that way, but at the same time, I'm very worried that this is purely Oscar bait.
Yeah.
And if that's the case, they slap together a story just to get these two guys to cry.
Yeah, true.
You know what I mean?
Well, it is based on a true story, so whether it's based on a novelization of that true story or whether it's its own sort of history, we'll find out.
And also, I know we're not 100% on top of everything going on in Hollywood, but it seems like this just came out of nowhere. So I'm really worried that it's a rush job, to get it in before the season, because the limited theatrical release also scares me as well, because to be considered an Oscar movie, it needs to be at X amount of theaters for an X amount of time.
Like a wide release. Okay.
No, not even wide, but it needs to hit those marks.
Right.
So I'm worried that it didn't get picked up by a big studio. They made a deal with the service and then said, we need this in the theaters for this amount of time at this amount of locations.
Maybe it's not Oscar bait. Maybe it's just a genuine film.
It might be. It might be 100%. 100%. I could be completely wrong, but, I'm rarely wrong.
That is true. That is true. Yes.
Big summer blowout, personally. Big summer blunder on the big grand scheme of things. I just don't think it's going to, unless it gets the award nods.
Yeah.
That's what it'll come down to. I'll be watching it regardless, even though it doesn't have Anthony Mackie, who's like the pioneer of the Black Revolution lately.
Right.
Yeah, I know.
Well, he's doing
from
enough.
It.
Yeah. So if it wasn't for Michael B. Jordan, it'd be Anthony
I'm more
Mackie.
concerned about The Banker, man. I really, really want to see that with Samuel L. Jackson.
Yeah.
Oh, and Nicholas Hoult. Oh.
Well, that's the thing.
One I want to see.
When we talk about Oscar bait films and how they're gearing up for this sort of season and the films that come out, how many in the past number of years of those Oscar bait films have you actually seen?
I normally try and stay on top of the ones that are nominated in that.
Okay.
But then there's quite a few of these ones that don't even get to the nomination stages because there's just that many good things that come out naturally through the year.
Yeah.
It always seems like around Christmas, New Year, there's one that they're like, we've got to get it in before the season's over, you know? Because I think it's until end of January, around February, when they cut it off for next year's Oscars.
See, I tend to avoid... Not deliberately, but I tend to avoid Oscar bait films because I feel they're trying to be too up their own ass.
Yeah.
So, like, when they say, like, oh, they're nominated for Oscars and things like that and they're receiving an award, I think, shut the fuck up. It's a film, like, you know, you're trying too hard to appease a particular type of audience which are going to be thinking, oh, this deserves an Oscar. What the fuck does that actually mean? Like, if they were going off the idea that the most people liked a film, you know, the films that win the Oscars wouldn't be winning them.
No, that's right. As far as I'm concerned, Joker would win Best Film and Joaquin Phoenix would win Best Actor and Todd Phillips Best Director and Todd Phillips Best Adapted Screenplay or whatever, you know, But
even that doesn't have, like, you know, there are people out there who don't like that film for various reasons.
Of course. But like, if we're basing it off Best Received films
Best reactions,
of the year, then Joker wins them all.
That's right. Yeah, but they're not. They're based on the particular film style and the stories and the characters. So I tend to steer away from them because they're a bit up their own ass.
That's right. But also, we need to take into consideration that one of the films that could be nominated for Best Film we might be seeing in a couple of nights, Parasite.
Yes.
Which I'm very excited for.
Yeah, and I really do want to see that because I've heard nothing but great things. Yes. And if it does get up there amongst the Western films, you know, where, you know, obviously the Parasite is primarily Asian cast. I think the entire thing's filmed in China or Japan or one of those Asian countries.
Yeah.
We'll yet to find out because we haven't seen the film.
Yeah.
But I really hope that something like that does land up in that sort of that sector, essentially.
It'd be amazing, man, because a lot of people are saying that is the best film of the year by far. Yeah. Like, not even close.
Yeah.
Which is awesome. But while we're on this random news segment instead of Trailer Park, because Trailer Park's so light, so we're fluffing it a little bit. You're welcome. I did just Google The Banker just to make sure I knew where it was in that.
Yep.
It was an Apple Plus, Apple TV,
Apple Plus
original
TV
movie.
thing. Yep.
It's been delayed. Yeah, its date has been delayed. Yeah, I don't have the new date here. Oh, wait, sorry. December 6th.
This year or next year?
This year for a limited theatrical release, and then
today,
January. Yes, that's right. Today, that's right. Today it is coming to some local theaters in America, not in Australia, as I can see. But man, I love Fridays. I always get confused because I'm still in Wednesday mode. You know?
Oh my god, Wednesday mode just doesn't kick over until Wednesday, Friday. Yeah,
I don't get over it until Tuesday night.
I'm still wearing the same shirt from Wednesday. Holy crap!
I know. We like to think these things through. Anyway, but it will be coming to the service in January now. I believe it was originally supposed to be mid-December, and then it was supposed to already be out.
On the discussion of Oscar bait films, how many Oscar-worthy or winning films over the past number of years have been streaming service originals, if any? I don't think any yet, honestly. Now, there has
Off
to
the
be
top of my head, I can't think of any.
I know that there's a certain criteria, or there must be a certain criteria that they have to be in wide release theatrical cinemas.
It's not even wide release. It's just got to be
theatrical
X amount for X amount of time.
I think there has to be a certain...
That's why I'm sus on...
Yeah.
I can't even remember what it's called. Mystery Road.
Yeah.
What was it called, man?
I don't know. Just Mercy.
Just Mystery Road.
Yeah. There has to be a certain level of, you know... evolution is to when, you know, Oscar films or Oscar, the award ceremony is essentially going to start counting. What was that?
I went to say, but...
All I heard was...
Yeah, no, I went to go, but instead there was something in my throat and it was, it was just unhealthy.
Yeah.
But what were you saying about the services and Oscars and blah, blah, blah?
So if the Oscars are to continue being a prestigious ceremony, award ceremony thingamajig, they really have to start considering, streaming service films, because... Back in the day when streaming services were fairly new, they were fairly infant, they were lower budget, lesser known directors and filmmakers. But now, obviously, as we've discussed in recent podcasts, is that, you know, big names are making films for the streaming services.
Now, why I agree with your point because of the evolution of the service and the way we view movies and stuff like that. I disagree with them having to change. I'm okay with them still keeping it still has to have this amount of theaters and blah, blah, blah. Why do you think The Irishman did it?
Yeah, that's true.
It has to do that because that is an Oscar-worthy movie in the sense of editing and things like that, or best original screenplay or adapted screenplay as it is. Like, so I agree that the way things are changing, it is an evolution of how we view movies and perceive them and awards and things like that. Yeah. But I'm happy with the Oscars to keep their traditional format.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that because we've got to remember that that's why these services are now bringing them to theaters.
Yeah,
like
true.
That would be the main reason.
Actually, no, you make a good point because there are a lot of films.
I said, I'm never wrong. Thank you.
There are a lot of films that we talk about that do go straight to streaming services, which we would like to see in cinemas. Yeah. So. Good point.
No, exactly. Yeah. Anyway, so Big Summer Blowout. On Just Mercy Bridge.
Yeah.
No, it's Just Mercy. Jamie Foxx, Michael B. Jordan, Brie Larson. Looks like a good time. Also, I do think it is pure Oscar bait based on the fact that in the trailer they had to take the one snippet of a review saying Jamie Foxx and Michael B. Jordan are Oscar worthy.
Oh, well,
like that was like straight there, and I'm like. Really?
Oscar's sitting back in his chair going, well, it looks like I'm going to be looking at this film.
Yeah, that's right. How many theaters did it hit?
Oh, my God. Get the numbers. Right. Anyway.
So, Just Mercy, yes. But anyway.
As of Wednesday, the latest cinematic experience for the MCU
That's right. It
dropped
a minute before we started recording our Wednesday episode.
Absolutely. So now it's Friday. We get to talk about it.
That's right. We had to wait 2 days in this room in these clothes.
Right. We haven't left once. I'm busting for the toilet. Anyway.
That's right.
Black Widow. First teaser trailer showcasing ScarJo Black Widowing it up in a movie based on stories obviously set in the past within the MCU.
No.
Which are going to make people confused about timelines and where the hell David Harbour's character was during the Infinity War. Unless, spoiler alert, he probably dies at some point. Starring some other women coming May 2020.
Well done.
Yeah, so the Black Widow trailer dropped. Scarlett Johansson, obviously, in her titular role as Black Widow. She obviously died in Endgame. Spoiler alert, shut the fuck up if you haven't seen it already. You're not going to.
Yeah, I forgot that movie came out.
Yeah, right. We've talked about this before. So, obviously, it's her time. She finally gets her own movie based on her own character, which probably should have happened earlier, but now's the time to do it.
Before she died.
Before the character was actually killed off. But I think... Yeah. Obviously, it's going to be telling a story set within the past. We don't know how far back. It seems like with the kind of aging that they're going for this character, it's not too far in the past. It's after she joins the Avengers, but before the Infinity War. Also
in the trailer, I'm curious as to how much fluff they're going to put in regards to the future before this is set, because there's quite a few scenes with, like, in the trailer of flashbacks, but actually flash forwards of her with Jeremy Renner and... walking inside the base and stuff like that.
Well, that's what I mean.
There's quite a bit of that, so I'm like,
Robert Downey Jr.
I think they're gonna perfectly blend this movie to end right as she joins Avengers.
Yeah, well,
that's the way it seems. So it's not too far back.
I don't think it's going to be doing that. I think it's going to be telling the story after she's in the Avengers, because she does at the beginning of the trailer. She does talk about how she's built. She has this family. She's gained this family, and General Ross, who's
wait, dude, you're spot on. David Harbour and her mum and her sister are going to die.
Yeah, because...
They are all going to die because of the way she phrased the fact that, like...
I'm going to lose this family too.
I'm going to lose this family, something like that, blah, 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 or now I've got a family. But then they immediately show her joining up with her family, her actual family. So it's like, oh man, this movie's so going to end with her family dying and her joining the Avengers and finding a family.
Yeah. But as I said before, I think this is going to be in the middle. I think this is after she joined the Avengers, because she mentions the Avengers, and Tony Stark is rumored to be in this film.
Oh, he's going to slap his dick on everything.
Yeah, to whatever degree, I don't know. We'll find out. But the problem that I have with a film like this is, I mean, I will watch it, and I believe it will be a great film. And I really like David Harbour playing a Captain America-like superhero in this film.
Yeah. Who got fat?
I don't know who he's playing. It looks funny. Anyway, the problem that I can't really ignore is that when you go back to watch other films in the MCU, you're going to be... It's just like Ant-Man and Thor and all that. Well, mainly Ant-Man, where they go, well, these big events happening. Why not call the Avengers? It's going to be those side stories where they've slapped it in here, but there's no mention of any of this actually happening in any of the other established films. Yeah. They're they can't help that now because she's dead.
Yeah.
You can't go back and re-edit those films to be like, oh, implant that into your memory. These things happen. It's just going to be like, oh, hey, I took a side story here and this is what happened.
Yeah.
But going back to the original character of Black Widow, we already know there's no mention of these characters at all at any point in the stories, and that's the problem that I'm going to have with it regarding timelines and events.
Exactly. I was going to say, was there any particular Marvel movie or Avengers movie where she came back or they started the movie and she seemed sad at first? And then there was like, I don't want to talk about it. Was there anything like that?
Was there anything hinting that she had done something massive in between?
Exactly. No, exactly. That's right. And
and this film looks massive. There's going to be some pretty massive action sequences and pretty world-breaking events.
As we've discussed multiple times on the podcast in recent weeks, the common viewing audience has been trained to join the dots and connect the clues. Yes. Have we possibly thought about the option that this may be completely detached and they'll tell people to shut the fuck up? It's nothing to do with the Avengers.
No, because it's MCU.
Exactly. Of course they're going to link every fucking part of it.
That's what I mean. If this was totally separate, I'd be down with it, but MCU ain't doing that.
I never thought I'd say this, but Marvel, take a page out of Warner Brothers and DC and separate things. Yeah. And just let us watch a film.
Let it breathe.
Okay, we don't need to have connections to everything, but
this obviously has... Well, the trailer has Avengers 1 scenes in it.
No, that's what I mean. I know. So I was just... There was a slight glimmer of hope that, hey, maybe they're going to separate this and we can just sit back and watch a movie about ScarJo just...
ScarJo,
I don't know. Knocking people out with Fat Daddy. Like, that's what I'm going to call David Harbour.
Fat Daddy. That's fine. I agree with that. And as I said, the trailer looks fun. It looks like there's going to be some sweet action scenes. Yeah. There's some really good electronic soundtracks happening.
I enjoyed that. It's not often in a trailer that the music is the thing that captures me, but that was the most capturing part for it.
I think it's because I think what we have to thank for that is Thor Ragnarok, because that trailer did it so well, and that whole movie fitted in that electronic sort of 80s kind of synth pop kind of sound through it. And I think they've gone, well, people actually really like this, so let's continue that, and I'm okay with that.
Yeah, no, that's fair. Big Summer
blowout. Sorry,
Big Summer blowout on the financial scheme of things. Personally, Big Summer blunder. I have no interest in it. You know that I'm not deeply connected to the Marvel universe.
No, that's perfectly fine.
I'll watch them all, but I don't really care.
No, that's perfectly fine. As I said,
let us know what you think. Drop a comment below or send us an email, because the Black Widow trailer is available now. So check it out for yourself and check out the YASSS.
The YASSS, yeah. As I said, I've been over the MCU for a little while now. After Endgame, Spider-Man kind of killed it for me. The fact that there's more coming, I'm just like, I'm a bit exhausted.
I think the Spider-Man movie that came out, the Far From Home, I think that would have been better served to have waited until maybe last month to come out. Yes. Like a November release, not fucking 2 months after
the big event.
Exactly. Yeah. They should have waited until like the end of this year, because they're doing nothing at the moment. Why not chuck out the new Spider-Man now?
Yeah.
Like, I know they wanted to get on top of the, like, oh my God, we just fucking creamed it. Like, let's keep this gravy train rolling. Yeah. But at the same time...
But then they ruined it by calling it the blip and leaving... It's a fucking apocalypse! Oh my God. We're not doing this. We're not doing this.
I can never mention Tom Holland or Spider-Man again. No. Because you always get angry.
I do get angry because that film fucking ruined that.
No,
anyway.
I know.
Anyway.
But your thoughts? Obviously, Big Summer blowout on both schemes?
Yeah, because this has kind of reinvigorated my love for these kind of individualized stories, because Spider-Man didn't suck, but it was...
Stop it. It was frustrating.
It was frustrating.
Yes.
Captain Marvel didn't really do anything
Captain Marvel was before Avengers.
Yes, correct. Yes, but it was the last one that I can think of in recent memory that was an individual story that didn't reconnect them all together. It was like it's an origin story essentially.
As far as I took from that movie, didn't she just get a haircut?
In Avengers, she did.
Yeah, I know, but like that was obviously after Captain Marvel, so she got a haircut and. Cool.
She got powers accidentally, even though she failed at everything she did, and
hopefully she can save Jamie Foxx from jail.
Maybe
Captain Marvel.
Coming soon. Anyway, so this film actually looks good. I think I'm going to have a lot of fun with it. I like the cast. I like the action. There's a guy who has a big bow and arrow, and he's wearing a pretty cool suit. So that's what I like in superhero films, big dumb action sequences.
It's got to be Jeremy Renner.
It has to be.
It has to be.
And if it's not,
it has to be Hawkeye.
If it's not, fuck you.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Oh man, I can imagine that. And there's like they lock eyes for a split second, and everyone's like, and then he takes off the mask, and it's like some Asian dude who's like, It's Aussie Johnny.
It's Aussie Johnny.
It's Australian Johnny. Yeah. But no. So, no, that's fair enough. That's
Black
the thing
Widow
that's
looks
happening.
Fine.
Yeah. But like I said, I think you're more excited for this because of the time between the last Marvel offering and then when this one comes out.
I'm still suffocating.
If they had have done that for Avengers, like after Avengers just pushed Spider-Man back, you know, it might have been better received. But hey, got to jump on that. Yeah. Because then they wouldn't have had to have fucking censored the trailer either.
Right.
You know? Like have Tom Holland say, there's spoilers for Avengers. You know, like just fucking wait a couple of months.
Well, the thing is, like they probably just shouldn't have done it in the first place.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Anyway.
But Tony Stark's dead, so is Black Widow. Get over it.
Yep.
Yeah. All right, moving on to our final trailer for the week.
Second final trailer for the week.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
This is the last trailer.
All right, we've got James Bond and then My Spy.
Have you really already forgotten the beginning of this segment?
What? Trailer Park?
Yeah, and then I'm like, oh, and James Bond just came out yesterday, so we're going to talk about it, and then you read the fact that I wrote in there, we're going to pretend like we've seen it.
Yeah, but we didn't actually talk about it. I was literally reading it off as if it was the first one.
There was a 15-second teaser trailer, and it was just Daniel Craig doing action things.
All right, well, clearly he's not interested, but I am, but we'll move on.
Yeah, no. What more can we talk about now that we've revealed that we haven't seen the full-length trailer that came out the other day?
I'm going to talk to the audience because I've already talked to you about it. So the no
That's right.
time
I'm
to
going to have a coffee break.
Okay, the the No Time to Die trailer actually looks quite interesting for a James Bond film, considering the fact that the last few kind of failed a little bit. Skyfall was really good, but the logo itself, as we said in the first teaser poster, looked kind of ordinary because it was literally Daniel Craig standing there next to the logo, but the logo, No Time to Die, does have a very old school feel to it. It reminds me of Octopussy and GoldenEye and the Sean Connery...
Pussy.
Octo.
Golden.
Finger. It reminds me of those days of James Bond, and I feel like this film is going for that. There's nothing to really tell about the story. Rami Malek is the villain, so it'll be interesting to see what happens there.
Well, that's the thing. By the time that the listeners are listening to this, the full trailer is out, so you can go and check it out and see. Yeah. Leave a comment below. Was it good? Was it worth the time? Because all we've got to base it off so far is 15 seconds of a teaser trailer and Dylan's imagination.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I will say the old school feel, I completely agree, and I think they're definitely going to ram that home considering it is Daniel Craig's last one.
Yeah, and it is Bond 25, so it is a
big deal.
A big number, essentially.
Silver anniversary.
Absolutely. But not only that, one more thing I have to say about the trailer is that they do show miniguns popping out of the lights in the front of the Aston Martin.
Damn.
That's so James Bond.
Yeah, big time.
And there is a moment in the teaser as well where James Bond, Daniel Craig, is walking past, it looks like Venetian blinds of some sort. He's holding a pistol with a massive silencer on it.
Yeah.
I've always been a huge fan of like Hitman and James Bond and like those spy espionage infiltration kind of games and movies. So that's why I'm looking forward to this because it looks like it's going to, apart from maybe Casino Royale, Daniel Craig's first James Bond, I have a feeling it's going to try its best to go back to what...
Be more authentic to its roots.
Yes, that's correct. Going back to what I liked about the original James Bond. So I'm looking forward to it. Considering that we only have a 15-second teaser trailer, but you can now watch the full trailer.
Yeah, that's right. TCTP exclusive. Head on over to YouTube to somebody else's page and you'll see a full video.
Yeah.
Huh? Yeah, that's a catch. Anyway, I'm going to get into my default double wide for the week.
Okay.
My double wide of the week. The trailer I take around to the neighbors and say, hey, we only had 4 trailers, but this is the best one I got.
Oh my God, this is the last one.
Yeah, this is the last one. So by default, it's the double wide. So we have My Spy.
My Spy with My Little Eye.
Something beginning with Dave Bautista.
Yeah.
A hardened spy gets found out while surveilling some criminals by a sweet 9-year-old girl. She basically blackmails him into training her to become a spy and let the family fun hijinks begin. Starring Dave Bautista, Chloe Coleman, Kristen Schaal, and Ken Jeong. Coming to theaters 9th of January, one day before the US. Suck it!
Just like Christmas, we get it one day before the US. It's great.
That's right. I know. I'm so excited. But technically, we'll get it a day and a half, 2 days early.
Yeah.
Because we actually have an official 9th of January release date. America has 10.
Absolutely.
So,
then.
That's right. We get the big blockbusters a day early.
He's so excited. He can't even say the word blockbuster.
No, I know.
So
they went out of business.
Oh my God. Oh no, don't do it, Dylan.
Oh, come on, man. I know we're padding time, but Jesus Christ.
I've had a few scotches by this point.
That's right.
Anyway, My Spy looks like it's going to be a silly, fun, happy-go-lucky spy comedy starring Dave Bautista, and I think it'll be fun.
Yeah, absolutely. Let me just say, this is literally my double wide for the week because I forgot to pick one, and there's only technically 3, so I'm just like, it's my double wide.
Yeah.
I reckon my son will love this.
I think I will have some enjoyment in it. Yeah. I don't think it's going to be a great film because
this ain't going to be no Kumail Nanjiani, Dave Bautista buddy cop movie.
Well, I don't even think it's... Well, it's funny you say that because I was thinking about that too. And
Stuba. Check it out now. Digital rental.
It was DVD and Blu-ray too. I saw it at JB Hi-Fi the other day.
Digital rental. Not everyone buys them, Dylan. Gosh.
Dave Bautista on his own as a comedic actor, I just don't think he's there. He's not quite as naturally talented as someone like John Cena or The Rock.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, as an actor who came from the WWE and moved into Hollywood. Yeah, I think he does have comedic timing as
he's trying to find it. Yeah, he's trying to find it because Stuba, as we discussed, it almost seemed a bit forced. Yeah. Like he was too straight at trying to play funny. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like,
But seeing the trailers to the film My Spy, I feel this is going along a lot of the same lines as that, where there are moments where he's trying to be serious and then he's caught out. It's really not as clever as he should be.
I got more goofy vibes out of this because in Stuba, he was really that straight and narrow, and his comedy came from literally being too serious.
Yeah, okay.
This one, it seems like it's self-aware where he's literally saying things that are stupid.
Okay.
But unintentionally, like, if that makes sense. So he's like, for example, they're there and he's like, we can kill her. We can kill her, you know, and she's like still recording. And I feel like it's self-aware of the fact that, like, yes, he is the hardened, straight, you know, tough spy guy.
Yeah.
But he's saying things that a real person wouldn't say.
No, that's right. And I get that. I just think those kind of jokes and that kind of dialogue, I don't think Dave Bautista is quite there to convey that quite naturally just yet. In comparison to someone... That's what I mean. He's got to do it more. I'm not going to say don't do it. I'm just saying like...
No. I'm happy that he's taking... as much as they are the same role, that he's... with his natural frame and the way he carries himself, he's always going to be that like hardened, tough guy. Yeah. You know? But...
I think he was one of the best moments in the last James Bond Spectre film. He played a villain for at least 5 minutes, and I thought he was really good. Yeah. He didn't say fucking anything, but he was violent and brutal, and I think he
had that presence.
Yeah. He's obviously taking a step into comedy and has been for the last number of years, and I think with the right director, he does well, especially in Guardians. He's great in Guardians.
Oh, no, 100%.
But when he's got more dialogue where it's supposed to be natural like a human, it's kind of still quite not as natural for me, so...
We've got to remember that, okay, so right now, John Cena's about to come into theaters with Playing with Fire, I believe. Yep, the family comedy. And he is in his zone.
He's been doing this for years.
But he's great now at it. Like, as in he plays that silly role and he plays it quite naturally.
He's almost well known as a comedic actor nowadays.
But you've got to remember, he started off in crappy action films.
Produced by the WWE. Like
a couple,
9 rounds.
The Marine. 9 rounds. No, 12 rounds.
12 rounds.
12 rounds.
Yeah.
But
I haven't seen it.
I have. Actually not bad.
Yeah.
It's okay for a shitty low
The
budget.
Condemned? That's not a bad film.
No, that's Steve Austin.
I know, but it's a WWE.
Oh, yeah. No, that one's great. The Condemned. If you can find The Condemned, that's great. And there's a new movie coming out soon that has almost the exact same premise.
I'm excited.
But, but I was going to say, John Cena, we've got to remember, started off in those crappy action roles as the tough guy by default based on his frame. He's now evolved to be able to play a wide variety of different characters. And, like, he's not the greatest actor in the world, but he's doing fucking well.
Yeah.
He really is.
And I feel like Dave Bautista is going to be doing the same thing.
He's finding his footing now. He's going to do these roles, but I will say he's had more box office movies at this stage of his film career than John Cena did.
Is he really?
Well, it's pretty fucking obvious. I mean, Guardians skyrocketed him, Avengers as well. Yeah. He's Stuba, that was him headlining it with Kumail Nanjiani, and this one he's headlining essentially by himself, coming to theaters internationally. It took John Cena a while before he was a face in a movie on the main poster. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like he had that role with Amy Poehler and Tina Fey. I can't remember, Sisters, I think it was called or something, where he played a drug dealer. Like he was getting into it on the sideline. Yeah, exactly. And now he is that main guy where everyone's like, oh, it's John Cena.
Yeah.
Dave Bautista, I think, is doing it a lot quicker. It may take a little bit more bits of coal and the diamond farm to find that one, you know, but he'll get there. I have faith that he's going to get there, and I think this one looks fun. It really does.
As I said, this film, it looks kind of dumb, but it looks fun at the same time. So I think there will be some enjoyment to be had. Whether it makes big summer blowout bank, I don't know.
I'm not sure either, but I hope I hope it at least is somewhat successful where he can keep going with these roles and eventually he's going to hit that goal.
Yeah.
And I think we can see him in that John Cena light in like 3 or 4 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
In my opinion.
Yeah. Before we move on to our next segment.
Dude, we got all the time in the world.
I know. I wanted to bring this up because I don't think I've actually ever asked this before. And I can't be the only person who thinks this.
Oh, no.
Coming from actors that have essentially built their presence amongst popular entertainment by essentially being a massively giant, buff, strong dude, whether you started in bodybuilding or wrestling, it's essentially similar in the way that you have to build your body to be a big, muscular man.
Big difference between the two. Don't get me into it.
No, what I mean is, do you feel that The Rock, Dwayne Johnson, is this day's modern
Schwarzenegger.
Yeah, modern Schwarzenegger. Do you
100%.
feel... Yeah.
100%, but a fuck ton more talented.
Oh, yeah.
Ridiculously.
Yeah.
But 100% in the sense that he started off as a performer of his body.
That's what I'm getting at.
No,
yeah,
I get that. I could spend ages talking about it, but the basic huge difference is, yes, you sculpt your body for bodybuilding to perform and show off your physique.
Yeah.
Wrestling, there's a lot more acting involved. You have to perform. You're planning out 20-minute matches. You're cutting promos, which they never do in bodybuilding. You know,
what I meant was essentially like big dudes playing the action hero, also doing the occasional comedy.
Yeah.
In this generation,
Yes.
The Rock is this generation's Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Honestly,
disregarding their backgrounds.
No, that's fine. And but they both come from that physical background of
having massive, impressive physiques.
Well, see, that's the thing. The Rock's physique is way better than it ever was.
Right now, absolutely.
Like, you go back to him in wrestling and that, he was obviously a cut dude, but he still looked real. Yeah. Now he looks like a freak of nature, but in the most natural way, you know, because that's all natural, man. Yeah. That dude's fucking lifestyle and diet and shit, he's earned that.
He's earned that.
Yeah. If anybody ever says steroids, I'll get angry for him. Like that's disrespectful to the amount of commitment that guy has. But either way, I almost want to flip it. I know Arnie is a huge deal and he's had a huge impact on yourself in particular. Yeah. But honestly, Arnold Schwarzenegger is last generation's Rock. To me, I take it the other way because The Rock has taken that kind of, like, as in, I was a performer with my body and now I'm here. He's taken it to another fucking level, dude.
I'm glad you said that too, because in the sense that, like, The Rock, I'm not sure if it was this year or in some recent years, he was the highest paid actor.
Yeah, I think he was 2 years in a row, and I think this year Robert Downey Jr. just overtook him, but that's only because of the Avengers and shit like that.
But there was a while where The Rock was the highest paid actor, but at the same time, like back in Schwarzenegger's heyday in the 80s and 90s, he was the big buff action, also comedy actor, but he was also the highest paid actor. Yeah. So they've had very similar careers at that sense. So as you say, like,
I just feel like Arnie had the limitations with his speech and actual acting ability. Yeah. The Rock has evolved to the point where he can pretty much nail any role out of the park, regardless of whether the movie's shit. Yeah. Like Rampage, I'm looking at you. Like, but but I completely see exactly what you mean. There's a ton of comparison there, but at the same time, The Rock has built himself to become his own entity. There is no comparing because there's never been one like The Rock. I know Arnie in the sense was, but from where they started to where they went, The Rock has just gone to the next level, a level unimaginable. Like, never.
I get that with Schwarzenegger.
Yeah,
it's just because he's done that already, and he's past his prime in terms of
but I feel like his peak had a then very big down.
Yeah, but they're all going to do that though.
No.
We haven't experienced it for The Rock just yet, and we may never.
Scorpion King was 2002.
Yeah,
17 years, and he is still number one.
And that movie was rubbish.
I know it was. It was. Yeah, fucking A. I'm not going to argue that.
Have you seen Hercules in New York? Schwarzenegger's very first film.
No.
It is horrendous.
Yeah, I imagine. Yeah.
He then made his like Hollywood debut with Conan.
Of course. TV series, yeah? Was it a TV series?
No, it was a film. It was
apologies.
Yeah. So that, so there was Conan and then Terminator, and then it just snowballed from there. So I'm not going to look at them as if they're butting
Conan O'Brien?
Yeah. I'm not looking at it as if they're butting heads. I'm just saying, like Schwarzenegger's had his time, and he certainly used it well. The Rock 100%. Is in the middle of that. It's where Schwarzenegger was in the 90s is where The Rock is now. is what I'm getting at in terms of like the types of films they're making.
I still have to disagree with the fact that The Rock is literally mainlining 3 movies a year and they're all making fucking bank.
Yeah, but so was Schwarzenegger in the 90s. True Lies?
Okay, he did no, but I guarantee through the 90s he did no more than maybe like 11 movies.
Yeah.
And I reckon this decade alone, The Rock has done 11 movies this week.
Yeah.
Seriously, as in, I'm just talking about from commercial, constant ability. Because, let's be honest, they weren't all huge hits. I will say Jingle All the Way is one of my favorite fucking movies ever.
It's not a massive hit.
That movie.
Yeah.
Coming to a Christmas special very soon.
Yes. I'm hoping to actually talk about that too.
Oh, big time, man. We're going to pull that movie apart. We just spent 40 minutes on 3 fucking movie trailers, bro. Knocked it out of the park, bruh. Yeah. No, but anyway, that's been Trailer Park, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you enjoyed that long-winded discussion, but we got there in the end. So
I think
it's time
for...
Oh, you did hit it. You did hit it.
It's time for
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. It is time for YASSS Pass Excited or Blooded.
Gearing you up for the weekend, the films that have been released as of yesterday by the time I've got work
By the
mode.
time this podcast has come out today, these movies are already in theaters. But maybe you don't know what you want to do for the weekend, so we're going to tell you exactly what's in the theaters that's fresh and new and exciting, and maybe we can change your mind or send you to the movies.
Absolutely.
Because we're fucking going every week. Except this week, we watched a Netflix movie. Yeah. It took way longer than I expected. But
I would have had to go to the movies twice if I did.
That's
see that at the cinemas.
That's right. Yes. They should have had an intermission. A forced one.
Vote 1. Dave Lane. The Good Liar. Inside joke, don't worry. The Good Liar.
Inside joke with who?
Taylor.
Okay. Right.
The Good Liar.
Maybe have inside jokes with somebody who actually listens to the podcast. Yeah, tell her to watch this bit.
The Good Liar.
The Good Liar, you say?
Yes. Ian McKellen and Helen Mirren star in this drama thriller about a con old man.
Yes.
And an easy target, or so he thinks. Can the old guy pull off the pinch? Can he take her money, or does he have some tricks up her sleeve?
Oh. Does she have some tricks up her sleeve? But you figured it out. But yes, that's right. We've discussed about this movie before.
Yep.
Helen Mirren, Ian McKellen. Wonderful cast.
Yeah.
Pretty interesting concept.
Yes, it is.
It really is. And I am enjoying the fact that there's some oldies on screen that are still legends, that are still working, and they're both headlining this movie.
Yeah, absolutely.
In a wave of new generation and new talent, it's cool to see these veterans still being able to make bank. Because they're going to make bank.
Going to make bank a lot.
They're going to make bank.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't think this film's going to perform overly well.
It's going to make its money.
Yeah, it's going to make its money for sure. And I think it'll certainly be a good time. Ian McKellen is amazing.
Yes.
I don't think I've seen him in anything that's been bad. And the same thing with Helen Mirren. She had a very small minor role in Hobbs and Shaw.
Yes.
Which she herself admitted was a hell of a lot of fun. She did it for the paycheck, but it was good fun.
Yep.
The last movie, though, other than Hobbs and Shaw I can think of that I've seen Helen Mirren in was The Winchester. Oh, Winchester, sorry.
Okay.
The film with Jason Clarke.
Did that come to theaters?
Yes, it did. We saw it at Glendale. Shout out to Event Cinemas.
Event Cinemas. Pull your finger out. Get the bigger ones.
Didn't perform so well. Essentially, but this film, it's obviously got that niche. It's aiming towards the older generation, but it looks like there's going to be some fun to be had with anybody who watches it.
Yeah.
It's a story that I think we've seen before.
Of course. This to me has a more thriller-ish, a 2019 Dirty Rotten Scoundrels vibe.
Yeah.
He's playing the con man. She's playing the widowed victim who's wealthy now, but I think she's also a con woman. Yes, and I think there's going to be we're both trying to trick each other. We love each other. Let's just fuck. And there's going to be an oldie love scene.
Yeah, it's going to be.
Did you bring the dummy? And then he'll be ready to go.
Not that I need this.
That's right. Exactly.
Shooting blanks for 40 years.
That's all right. I'm dry as a bone.
Did you bring the paddle pop sticks and rubber bands?
Oh, fucking Jesus Christ. Anyway, it's a YASSS for me. I would like to see this.
I would like to see it, but I won't go see it.
No, pretty much. Yeah. But anyway, moving forward, we have The Addams Family. No? All right, not a fan? Cool.
No.
Anyway, everybody knows The Addams Family. What great timing. Well, now it's time for the next generation to learn. Animated kids film, of course, with the stacked cast, including Oscar Isaac, Charlize Theron, Chloe Grace Moretz, Finn Wolfhard, Nick Kroll, Bette Midler, Alison Janney, Martin Short, Catherine O'Hara, and Snoop D-O Double G.
Of course, Finn Wolfhard is in this film.
Of course he is. Of course he is. He's playing. I don't have it up here, but he'll be playing the friggin' son, of course, like the scary son.
Yeah, he's your staple horror kid.
Yeah,
these days.
if it's not Jacob Tremblay, it's him.
Yeah, exactly.
Or the guy from It. Remember, he was in that one last week. The blondie
kid from It.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
wait.
I can't remember his name.
I don't know
But
his name.
anyway. Yeah. Oh, okay, yeah. So the Addams Family, it's a very classic story, of course. Everybody knows it. And
listen, I've heard of the Addams Family, but I don't think I've ever watched any medium of the Addams Family.
Yeah, no, that's fair. I remember seeing a lot of the old TV shows, like Early Morning, just on one of the
cartoon shows.
Yeah. Something. No, it wasn't cartoon.
Oh, okay.
Like they had the real show on that, and I saw it, and it was creepy as a kid.
Right,
it was actually creepy because they're creepy characters, but at the same time, it was fun. And it's been long enough now. I think the last movie that came out in regards to the Addams Family was at least almost 20 years ago.
And that was live action.
Yeah.
Wasn't it?
Yes,
so
exactly.
this is the first animated, big cinematic live action Addams
big
Family
cinematic one,
film
yes.
that we've got.
Yes,
yeah.
100%. So I think it's been long enough that, hey, give it to a new generation. Why the fuck not?
Yeah, I mean,
They
everything
can
else is
over-exaggerate the characters to be comedic more so than scary, as opposed to the TV show and the movie where they were actually a bit creepy for kids,
Yeah.
But this
Well,
one...
that's the thing. Like, I like the idea of children's horror in the sense that, like, you can watch this as a kid and still be frightened, but not too much to scare you out of your boots. But some things kind of draw the line or toe the line a little bit.
Exactly.
Whether this will, I will never find out because it's a blighted from me.
No, that's fair. I feel like this is coming into the cash cow that was Hotel Transylvania.
Yes, and I haven't seen those either.
Oh, really?
Nope.
They're actually quite... Well, I'm talking... To the listeners, they're very quite fun, and I'm sure a lot of you have heard. Very quite fun indeed.
Yeah.
But this one's a YASSS for me. I definitely will be taking my kids to see this.
Yeah.
No, I think they'll have a great time with it as well.
Cool.
All right. Are you going to keep going, or do you want me to go?
I'll take the next one. Coco. A red dog story.
Yeah, I was going to say, finish the title.
Yeah. Coco, a red dog story. A story about a dog starring some Australian people. Sequel to Red Dog 2011 and Red Dog True Blue 2016.
Yeah. Blighted. I don't care.
I haven't seen any of it. Listen, I love dogs. Dogs are great. Dogs are magnificent. Humans don't deserve them. But, but blighted. What else we got?
You can take the next one as well, since I almost short as, and the next one's Australian as well.
Okay, Kairos?
I say Kairos.
Kairos.
Yeah.
Whatever. A young man with Down syndrome and his boss, an ex-boxer, struggle to deal with the fallout of a violent incident. Starring Chris Bunton and Jerome Pride, written and directed by Paul Barakat.
Yeah.
Yeah, but blighted.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I looked into this one, and the reason I wanted to add the Paul Baccarat and the actors in that is this is an original Australian film coming to local distribution.
Okay.
And it's got a main character who has Down syndrome, and it's all from his point of view.
Right. See, I haven't seen anything other than your little description.
No, I know, and I thought the description did it more justice than Immediate but Blighted. It's not a story about a dog.
That is true.
Yeah, and to me, I've heard decent things so far. I was looking at some of the reviews and that, and everyone is praising the fact that literally it is centered around the Down syndrome guy. It's not like he's the sub-main character. He is the character.
Right, okay.
And that's really intriguing to me with the fact that they've got a feature-length film literally based from the perspective of this character. It's not like he is being carried through it by the boss.
Well, let's have
his
a
boss.
Look. Let's see if you can sell it for me. What Kairos? That's certainly,
I'd say
isn't
film, maybe.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it seems genuinely intriguing, and the fact that I feel like this could honestly go further than just Australian shores at the moment.
Well,
like
by the looks of it,
seems like it's going to be.
It seems like a film festival favorite.
Yeah, exactly. But
going by the looks of the film itself, it looks like the main actor also has Down syndrome.
Well,
so it looks like it's telling a story of, as we said, Down syndrome story. But it's not like that. It's going to be.
What did you expect when I just said that the main character is?
No, what I'm saying is like there has been like people with mental disabilities in film and television before where the actors didn't have it.
No, but
This
Down
is giving
syndrome
that
is one that is very particular.
Yeah.
You can't act that.
That's right. But
because it's very visual as well.
Not only that, but this is also giving the opportunity for someone who does have Down syndrome to be an actor.
Yeah, exactly. That's right. That's
I mean, as I said, I'm still not interested in seeing this film, but I do respect it.
Yeah.
For existing and telling.
See, this is one that I really do want to see now. Like just because of the simple fact that I can't remember the last time I saw a film or even a TV show episode focused purely from the perspective of somebody with Down syndrome.
Yeah, okay.
Like, it's intriguing to me to the fact that, like, this could actually be groundbreaking almost.
Right, okay.
And coming from an Australian shoreline, we don't get too excited about Australian movies often, so I'm excited about it. And the fact that, like you said, it gives this actor with Down syndrome an opportunity to actually, main
work
in a movie, not just be a sub character with Down syndrome, the cliche one. Like, this is his film.
Yeah.
So it's got me excited, honestly. This is out of the list this week, this is the one that's got me the most excited.
Yeah, no, fair enough. That's
but
cool.
I still want to see Parasite, just saying.
Yeah, Parasite. Yeah.
All right, moving on to the final one this week. We have Hellaroo. This is the one we've been waiting for. Set in the rural outback, shock and or awe, the story follows a quiet town who experiences the forces of a kangaroo who ingests some toxic chemicals and becomes a bloodthirsty monster. This kangaroo becomes the Hellaroo.
Now, if we're going on the topic of Australian films, yes, the last one did sound intriguing.
IMDb it.
But this one
IMDb it.
looks
IMDb it.
amazing.
Can you please IMDb it? Hellaroo.
Hellaroo. So,
Hellaroo. Nope.
Oh, god damn it.
Dude, they're very indie.
Yeah.
Hellaroo film.
All right. Is this still not working? Here we go.
There you go.
Alrighty.
Now, go to IMDb. There you go. Cool.
All right. Let's have a look.
Yes.
Let's see what you...
Yes. Now, read me that bio.
God damn it! You fucking got me. All right. Okay, so the actual story... So you got me excited for an outback killer kangaroo monster story. And I read the actual description. A group of suppressed women from the village in Gurujat find someone in the desert with their life... fuck.
And their lives are changed forever. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. We have this week's Bollywood offering.
God damn it.
I'm sorry, Bollywood, but if you want to release a film in Australia and call it Hellaroo, give me a fucking kangaroo that's going to eat people's faces.
Yeah.
Jesus.
You geared me up.
I know.
So
and I
well.
had to read it like that. As soon as I saw the title, I was like, that's a funny title. Saw what it was about, and I'm like, I'm going to fuck with him so hard. Yeah. Unfortunately, Bob blighted because this isn't Commando 3.
Yeah, no, but I am excited because I'm really looking forward to a movie called Hellaroo starring a violent killer kangaroo in the outback. Yeah.
Hollywood, every week we tell you we're sitting right here just waiting for a phone call.
Yeah.
Come on, we will quit our jobs and be there tomorrow.
Absolutely. We'll write Hellaroo for you.
Yes, we will write Hellaroo, okay? And it's going to change the fucking film industry in Australia.
Yeah.
Everyone's going to be like, we don't need no Down syndrome actor. We got a kangaroo.
We got a kangaroo who, what is he ingests toxic chemicals and becomes a bloodthirsty monster. That sounds
Exactly.
amazing.
And the kangaroo becomes the Hellaroo. Oh, God. Coming to theaters this summer.
Yeah.
Dead or alive. Oh, man. Hellaroo coming soon. That's an excited, but Hellaroo this weekend, blighted. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. I think that's going to about do us for our Friday episode.
Absolutely. That has been our show.
It has indeed.
We are on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at 2C3Pod is where you can certainly find us. Two's Company, Three's a Podcast.
That's right. And wherever you're listening to or watching us right now, make sure you hit that subscribe button and the like and the follow button, whatever you have to do. Leave a review, but it's always on Podbean, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and YouTube. Big summer blowout. I shouldn't have coffee this late at night, man. I get a bit buzzy.
And I shouldn't have scotch because I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about.
I'm excited about Hellaroo.
Hellaroo, for sure. Now, you can get a t-shirt at 2public.com. You can find also a hoodie and a mug and a sticker.
And fridge magnets.
Yes. You can support the show.
Not exclusively for fridges.
Not exclusive. That is correct. You can use them on anything that's magnetized. Anyway, you can support the show and actually get something in return, as we said.
That's right. Besides our free show that we produce. But you can always send us an email at twoscompany3podcast@gmail.com.
Absolutely. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. This has been Two's Company, Three's a Podcast. My name is Dylan, as always, along with my co-host
Mitchell. And don't forget, we have 2 episodes every week on a Wednesday to Friday and 4 videos on YouTube. But don't forget, we are Two's Company and you are the podcast. Did you just get lazy and just like, I'm just going to skip that whole part?
It was me.
Yeah. But
I was waiting for you to go 4 videos every week.
No, cool. You did say 2 episodes every week on Wednesday and Friday. No, you said thanks for tuning in. My name's Dylan, along with my co-host, and I'm like, 2 episodes of 4 videos.
I went straight to there because I thought I was waiting for you to go.
Exactly. You missed quite a chunk, but either way. So with Hellaroo, I was thinking, all right, sunset, open, camera pans across the outback.
Yeah.
We see a single kangaroo hopping along the sunlight.
Kangaroo.
Yeah, kangaroo. This is a crossbreed. So...
Hey, thanks for checking out that video of Two's Company 3's a podcast. We really appreciate it. Wasn't it really something? Why don't you drop a comment down below while you're still here on what you thought about that video? And once you're done, go check out the next video. Feel free to hit subscribe as well. I think it'll be a really good investment for your future.